David, how pleased will Jurgen Klopp be with the fight back from his side?
Yeah, good morning, Rob. I think it was an amazing game, and when Ox scored to make it 2-1, you thought, hang on a minute, there's going to be one of these special nights coming on. And like you said there, I mean, the spirit in this Liverpool side, the desire. At no point did they consider themselves out of the game, and for Koeman to make the saves at the end, topped off what was arguably a fantastic performance by him. So, what a night.
Yeah, let's talk about Takumi Minamino. Chance for him. He scored the goal that took the game to penalties. With what's on the horizon, did he have to prove anything to his manager, and did he?
Interesting you say prove. I think, again, when you look at the way that Jurgen Klopp has put these sides together over the last few years, I mean, everybody gets an opportunity, everybody's given that chance. I think with Minamino, it was a fantastic finish as well. I think that's one thing, again, about last night was the quality of the finishing. He just said, give me the chance, and I've taken it. Having said that, when he missed his penalty, I was thinking, maybe you're not on pens next time. But in the end, Liverpool got through. Minamino with a great goal, and Jurgen breathing the love once more. Yeah.
I said with what lies ahead, because he's going to be a key player, do you think, when some of Liverpool's players depart from the African Cup of Nations? You've got Mane going, you've got Salah, Keita, all heading off. I guess Mane and Salah, the two, as far as Minamino is concerned. How big an opportunity does he have over the next month then?
Yeah, I mean, we talked about it a couple of weeks ago, and it was Divock Origi who was going to take up the helm, and all of a sudden Divock's out, obviously because of COVID. And Minamino will have his opportunities. And like I said, I think when you see the way that he played last night, the way that he's been playing this season already, when he's been given the opportunity, I don't think Jurgen or Liverpool will be too worried about getting top performances out of him. So, great opportunity. It's when Mane and Salah come back. It's when I think they start having more headaches.
Yeah, Origi's had his injury problems as well, hasn't he? So yeah, Minamino, all eyes will be on him, you feel, as well as Roberto Firmino as well. First start in 7 weeks for him. Diogo Jota coming off the bench to score as well. Does it feel as though this team now has that strength in depth up front to cope? I mean, you never don't want Salah and Mane in your team, but if you had to, the backup's there.
Yeah, as I said, Rob, the thing that I've loved about Liverpool this season is the way that when players have come into the side at different stages, they've just fitted in straight away. They've looked like they've been playing all the season, not just coming in for the odd game here and there. And like, say, Jota and Firmino back, or Firmino being back starting, it's just more positivity for Liverpool. And again, this run of scoring consecutive games is continuing. They are looking like not quite the top team in the league, of course, but the team to beat them.
Yeah, and you mentioned Kelleher, the penalty shootout for him. He's only featured in 2 games this season before last night. How hard is it for a keeper to come in literally out of the cold? What about his confidence? What would that have done for him last night?
It's an interesting one with Kelleher as well, because this is a young goalkeeper who is highly thought of course, otherwise he wouldn't be at Liverpool. But at the age that he is, you'd think he'd want to be playing week in, week out. But when you see nights like last night, you can see 3 goals, make two or three top saves within the game, and then end up making the crucial penalty save. It's worth hanging around.
Yeah. Yeah, I hear you, and you would know because you were a keeper, but you didn't do much hanging around, did you? Arsenal next for Liverpool then. Right, how do you assess their chances in that one?
I think, Arsenal have obviously been doing very well just lately. Having said that, the caveat is the sides that they've been playing have been at their full strength, if you like. Arsenal have taken full advantage of it, which is good from an Arsenal perspective. It shows a level of ruthlessness. However, a fit, full-firing Liverpool, you would imagine, would be too much for Arsenal. So, where I lie on this one, Rob. I think we'll go for the Liverpool win.
Yeah, but it has been a much changed size for this competition. what's the thinking then? And we'll debate later about one-legged or two-legged semi-finals and everything involved in that. But would you like to see a full-strength team for the semi-final?
Well, I think yes, yeah. I think this is an opportunity. I think Jurgen's used the League Cup very well in the past few years, where he's been able to give young players opportunity, or pride players, should I say, an opportunity. But for the semi-final, that's 2 games, Rob. You know, put a full-strength side out and win a trophy, a domestic trophy, which is something that Jurgen Klopp hasn't done. Domestic cup. Something that Jurgen Klopp hasn't done. So that would add to the trophy cup.
Yeah, and what would that do to them to get that domestic cup? We see this competition just giving teams perhaps sometimes a little boost at just the right time in a campaign.
I'm not a believer in that a good cup run spurs good league performances. For example, I think they do become very independent. But when you've got a side who preach, or a manager, should I say, preaches about the right values of football and trying to win everything, well, this is an opportunity to win a domestic cup, something that he hasn't. It sort of spreads the word that Liverpool are out to win everything. This year is a year that they could do that, of course, if they have an unbelievable season. So why not start the semi-final, full-strength side, go for the final, and there'll be another record step by Jurgen.
Yeah, and I've just spied your new piece of artwork over your left-hand shoulder. And for Jurgen Klopp this morning, it certainly is a wonderful life, isn't it? There we go.